What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Walking in a winter Polyland, man. Jeez. Uh, so my lady sends me this YouTube video. That's where the thumbnail comes from. And so the guys with his lady, they've been together since they were in their 20s. And then all of a sudden, some time goes by. He strays. He gets caught. And then his wife or girlfriend or whatever decides, let me meet this lady and let's just see where this goes. And then they decide to have a poly relationship, right? And then and then the ladies had a relationship, and then now they're all in a relationship, but it's separate, So he dates one way, he dates another way, but they sleep in the same bed. So he's stuck in the middle, but he got to sleep on the couch because it's too hot in the middle, which is ironic. It's hilarious, and I'm looking at it, and he has a daughter, and she's like 21 now. And I'm like, oh, they're living in an apartment. So, the winter is coming and the struggle love and, all of those tropes would definitely fit, right? The ladies are, they're a little bit overweight and he's still, attractive enough. He's a little bit overweight. It's like what happens when you hit after, like dating after everybody hits the wall, right? So they're not fully their best for their age or whatever. And in some ways, they're introducing a daughter into this lifestyle. So the question will be, well, man, so if your daughter winds up dating a guy that she's the number one or she's the number one, number two, he gonna have a problem with it because that's how he living. And there's a newborn, not a newborn, but she's like 1 or 2 year old kid that he had with the second woman, with the 21-year-old in the apartment. It's a whole thing. And I thought about it like, man, we're walking into a winter Polyland where, if you can't find the one you love, find a couple of them. And y'all could just make it work. Now, the fact that they're in an apartment is very interesting because, that's 3 adults in a relationship, 1 adult that's a child, and 1 kid. So, and they live in Houston. So, let's just say a 3-bedroom apartment ain't cheap. It looks like, where they're at is, it's not the newest place, but it doesn't really matter because the rent is always in that wheelhouse if you're in a certain area. So it ain't cheap. So the question would be, okay, so why not get a house whose name is going to be on it? How is the contributions going to be made? Where's the daughter going to go? The oldest. The youngest, we already see how that's going to go. So, and then you got this idea, one has a grown child, so she probably doesn't want anymore. She probably isn't going to try to risk it by having anymore. And the other one just had a kid. And, can that relationship last longer because it was the second relationship? Because the kid is like 1 or 2 years old. So could there be any tension? They talked about people hollering at them on social media like this ain't a good idea, and that the guy's manipulative. He looked happy to a point till you realize I got 2 women. I can get mine on both sides, but sheesh, I gotta do a lot of work. Like it's gonna take a toll. So the other thing about this is I found it interesting was if you notice, if one of them got themselves in good shape, they probably would feel like they could do better and move out of that situation. I kind of noticed the people being content, right? They were very content with each other, which is a good thing. But I only think it's because they probably feel like, they can't find anybody else, and who's going to take them after this situation, right? So, and the question is, once you go down this road, when you have a conversation with somebody else, are they willing to, so you was in a polygamous relationship, so now we got to be monogamous, and how come I can't have polygamy too? Like, what's the problem? I mean, you already accustomed to this. Let's move it. Let's get it popping, right? So, this is a heck of a holiday season, and I wouldn't want to have Christmas in that house. Walking in the winter Polyland, man, I swear to God, that's just too much. And New Year's is coming up. Who you gonna kiss at 12? You know what? I'm done. Like, share, subscribe, or die. Try and catch you on the next one. Peace.